Yeah, yeah. Hey, feeling young, but they treat me like the OG. And they want the tea on me, I swear these bitches nosy. Said he put some money on my head, I guess we gon' see. I won't put no money on this shit, my niggas owe me. I gotta be single for a while, you can't control me. Uno those traits in a race, they can't hold me. And I show my face in the case, so you know it's me. Imitation isn't flattery, it's just annoying me. And I'm too about it. And the dirt that they threw on my name turn to soil, and I grew up about it. Time for y'all to figure out what y'all gon' do about it. Big wheels keep rolling, rolling. I'm outside, 29, G5, Seaside. I've been losing friends and finding peace. But honestly, that sounds like a fair trade to me. If I ever heard one, and I'm still here outside, front line, south side. I've been losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sounds like a fair trade to me. Look, don't invite me over if you throw another pretty party. Looking back, it's hard to tell you where I started. I don't know who loved me, but I know that it ain't everybody. I can never love her, she a busybody. Baby, if you want me, can't be turning up with everybody. Nah, can't be fucking on this anybody. Yeah, I got feelings for you, that's the thing about it. Yeah, you know that it's something when I sing about it. Yeah, mama used to be on disability, but gave me this ability. And now she walking with her head high and her back straight. I don't think you feeling me, I'm out here being everything they said I wouldn't be, it couldn't be. I don't know what happened to them guys that said they would be. I said, you at the top and they misunderstood me. I hold no resentment in my heart, that's that maturity. And we don't keep it on us anymore, it's with security. I'm outside, 29, G5, Seaside. I've been losing friends and finding peace. But honestly, that sounds like a fair trade to me. If I ever heard one, and I'm still here outside, front line, south side. I've been losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sounds like a fair trade to me.
Gotta roll over T, gotta give her release. Spread your legs downtown, I'm going out to eat. And hit the raw sounds, rock up in your.
It's me. It's me. It's me. I still ain't putting no ponytail in, girl. We can't hear you.
I was on mute, girl.
Okay.
You know, I've been feeling pretty good today. I was supposed to be talking to Rico today, and I haven't. Well, I don't see him so far in the chat. I did drop the link, and it's pinned at the top. So hopefully he will come over. I did text him, and I did not see a response. So no matter what, I'm still going to be live for about an hour, and then I'm going to shut it down, make sure I get me a good night's sleep on my comfortable bed, and then I'll be right back at it again. Well, probably on somebody else's channel, but not on my channel. I'm not coming live until Friday for Patreon, and then next week. Okay, hold on. Let me put my banner up real quick. I think Rico is here, lovely. Hold on one second. Okay.
I wanted to get on live cam with you, but I couldn't even comb my hair, girl. It's been too much going on.
Rico, that's you?
Yes.
Hey, Rico, baby, I miss you. Oh, you still don't.
You sound very low.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you sound a little bit low. Lovely, I'm gonna take you down until I get done with this exclusive conversation.
Okay.
Love. All right. Okay. So how's your day been going today so far? I'm thinking he's having connection issues because or maybe leave out and come right back in. And these damn lights, I mean, I know I've already been off the, the ooey today, but god damn, my eyes is like completely fucking closed. So he should be back in just a moment. And I appreciate your patience. And I appreciate everybody for being here. Because this is not just me, it's also Rico. I don't mind if people come here that support him and hate me. I'm okay with that. Just don't come over here disrespecting me, my moderators, or my guests on this channel. We don't do arguing in the chat, and we don't do yelling and screaming on the panel back and forth with each other. So I don't have a problem with that. If you just want to be here for him, I don't have a problem with that. Okay, so hey, Vivian Jennings, Angie Blogs, Lord, what we got? Zaza, say, I'm not even going to try. Let's just say Z. Your name is Z, okay? Bella, okay, we got the Super Bowl. And again, the link is pinned up at the top. We have Surfing and Deborah Mayo. So I don't know if he crafting halls with Leah. If you have not emailed me, do not forget to email me the winners of my giveaway on the other channel. And that sale that they're having does end tonight. So if you miss it, don't complain. Don't say I did not tell you, okay? Okay, Lexington, you look hot in the car. Believe me, I'm not even going to be able to do more than an hour because I am gone and I have a drink that I'm about to drink in just a second, okay? Kane, look, let me show y'all something. So I really shouldn't be doing this in the beginning of the video, but I went ahead and I mixed this. I infused this or whatever. So this is infused with ooey. And then I'm going to go ahead and in my glass. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to top it off with my favorite confetti. This sweet peach wine, I'm telling you, y'all have no idea. If you have not tried it yet, you need to go ahead and get a bottle. For the people who say that they don't sell it at your local beer store or whatever, you can go to Olive Garden and you can order it to go. I think they charge like $20 a bottle to do Olive Garden. Hey, boo.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, now you sound better. You sound better. Your haircut looks nice. Did you just get it?
Yeah, I had got it day before yesterday. I had to go on because I was on my phone, so I had to transfer to my computer. So hopefully it sound better now.
Yes, you sound way better. And I just want to say shout out to whoever's over there watching on Facebook. I see you and I appreciate you. So what are you sipping on, Rico?
Tonight today's sponsor is sponsored by Old English 1800.
Oh, Old English. Okay. All right. He got the OE. And I got the sweet confetti. And I'm going to go ahead and mix that with the ooey. And look, I made this green. I don't know how it looks on camera, but this is green. I made this green just for y'all, and I'm wearing my green army. Because clearly people are bothered. I mean, when you got to go and grab Big Mike and bring him to YouTube, you are surely shooketh, but we're not here for that. This is all about Rico. And I kind of want to just talk to Rico in a different way because, I actually met Rico in real life. Most of y'all probably know that. Some of y'all don't. And when I met Rico, I really truly believe that is the person that he really is. He held the door. I had to fight him to pay for my food or his food.
Yeah,
He's
I'm very much like that because my mama always taught me to be a gentleman. You know what
right.
I'm saying? So.
And you were a gentleman, and even your mannerisms and all that other stuff. I can't even count how many people I've met off of YouTube. And with one hand, I can count the people that I don't regret meeting. And one of those people is Rico. Rico has remained the same from the time that I met him on out, you know? And I wish that sometimes that people would take a chance to see him for who he really is and not maybe some of the things that he does or did. You know what I mean? Because we all do, we all have our shit with us. Like when I met up with Rico, we was drinking and driving.
Right. Okay. Right. I remember we was at the motherfucking parking lot. This shit. Just chilling and vibing out, and it was just dope. It was
Right.
very, very dope.
And
And that's
the
the type
thing
of shit
is,
that I
Rico,
like. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
right. Everybody does this. But we're the only ones bold enough to come on here and say, hey, this is me.
okay,
This
I
is
like
what
to
I
have a
do.
motherfucking drink. Motherfuckers be acting so uptight, oh, so uppity. Oh, I don't drink, I don't do this and that. When all these hoes be doing something behind closed doors, bitch, I ain't trying to hear what you
They
saying.
log off, they on meth. They
Okay,
log off and they on whatever else. Or they do this little stunt. They come on YouTube, they got to put the avatar on for a couple
okay,
minutes.
period.
Flicker
Like
it back.
and or in a black
What's all
screen.
that
How
about?
about serve and read? Bitch, you in a black avatar hole. Bitch, get the fuck out of my face.
They in the room, Viv. You know, I got a whole box of them.
And fuck
See,
child.
right, we come straight on here and tell you what it is. So people should at least respect that about you, that
I don't like some of
you
these
are exactly who you are. Now
facts.
everybody can go off and whatever else. So I wanted to talk to you about when you had moved from Detroit to Maryland. What made you decide to move there?
Okay, so when I was in Detroit, born and raised, since I born and raised. So I got my first apartment when I was 23 years old in
Mm-hmm.
2003. No, yeah, 2023. Yeah. Um, and I first moved in. I told,
2023 is next year. You mean 2013?
I mean 2013. Yeah, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. No, you're fine.
So 2013, correct. And I was there for 3 years. I was there for 3 years. And in 2016, I wanted to decided to move to Ohio. And I told this story before, which I was still on probation for not having a license. I still don't have a license to this day. I always drove dirty, but I always had cars. And so I was on probation for that, and then I was assigned to move, and then I ended up moving to Ohio, meeting this crazy ass white dude or whatever. It was very, very strange. I was only there for about like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Um, and then that didn't work out. So I ended up fucking up on my probation, and then I had to go to jail for it and shit like that. And then once I got finished with that, and once I got finished with my probation and anger management, because I did have to take anger management classes at that time, and that took like about a whole year. So it was from 2016 all the way up into what 2017. So a following year later, I looked on the map, and specifically, I wanted to go to Philadelphia. Um, but my family told me not to go to Philly. It's dangerous there and it's no better. So go to DC, which because I have family there, which my youngest cousin, which is like a year younger than me, and stuff like that. He used to stay. He been staying in Washington D.C. for like 10 years before I moved there. So she was like, stay there because it's better opportunity, better jobs and stuff, and at least you have family to stay there. So
Right.
after all of that, um, I got finished with all of that stuff, finished my completion, and everything. I decided to go there, and it was in the summer of 2017. And when I had got there, I, even though I had family connection and my family was there and my cousin, I decided to stay in the shelter because it felt like to me I want to get it on my own. I didn't want to like, you know, even though I appreciate the help, but I wanted to
Right.
do it on
You
my
didn't want
own.
to have to go through your family, right?
Yeah. So I stayed in a couple of shelters and stuff down there. Like the New York shelter on New York Avenue, Adams shelter somewhere out there. And then I ended up getting a job at Indigo Hotel in Alexandria, Virginia, like
Right.
near the waterfront. And ever since then, I mean, I started working and I ended up getting my own place before Thanksgiving of that same year, 2017. And then after that, I had my own place. Woo, woo, woo. Y'all didn't know me y'all at this time.
Right.
Y'all didn't know of Rico. Only thing y'all knew about Rico was, as a subscriber, and I wasn't even like over here like that.
Right. Calling in, because that's where I first remember hearing you calling in on Wiley show. That was the first time I heard of you. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah. And so, oh, thank you, Naima. So you then stayed in DC, but in DC it seemed like things were really going good for you. I mean, well, I say DC to Maryland. When you moved to Maryland, when you were in Suitland, you were working, you had a job, you used to come in there and show us all this stuff and all that kind of stuff. And then you no longer was doing that. And I was thinking, honestly, like, I wish Rico would stay there and then something will come through. But you made the decision to go to New York, and it seems like it turned out to be a really good decision for you. You know what I'm saying? You got your own place. You seem happier. You look good. You look healthy. So it seems like you're in a better space, mentally, just your whole life is just, it looks better to me. Now, I asked people if they had any questions, but I told them I wasn't going to ask any questions that's rude or disrespectful because I would never do that to you. Anything that I do ask you, if you don't want to answer it, just say, I don't want to answer it. I'm not going to feel no type of way and we'll move on. Because this is not a thing to try to make you look bad. I really wanted to talk to you because I'm like, I get it. I know that some people don't like you for whatever reason. And they have that right. I don't get in the middle of it. I just know the person I'm.
It's just like I don't get it. And but let me also say this too before we continue. I love DC. Okay, if I would have chose to stay there, but just to be real and be 100, in DC to get like those type of benefits, you had to be a resident of DC. I was staying in Maryland. Maryland doesn't offer those type of benefits or whatever. Only thing they would give you is the first month, I think first month rent, and then that's it. And then that was it. I was working on my
Right.
own. So now people still talking and got something to say about Rico living off the government. Uh-huh. But bitch, I wasn't living off the government when I was in DC or Maryland there for 3 years. The same amount of time I was in my own apartment in Detroit. Okay.
It's really, really
I
hard.
I was working.
It's really hard in Maryland. I don't think a lot of people understand that. Like, they don't have rent control. It's so many different things. Like, the cost of living is ridiculous, and the jobs are not paying what matches the rent. Like, a lot of people just don't get it, that it's really,
And that's just
difficult.
renting a room. But they want to clown me for climbing in and out of a window, out of a rented room. At least when I was in my apartment, which that you came to see there in Maryland, whatever, it was a nice place. It wasn't no
And
ghetto ass
a
shit.
nice neighborhood, for real. And I mean, I lived down the street for some years from where, Rico was at. And another thing about Rico is a real one, because I said, look, I'm going to pull up on you. And he dropped the address and I pulled up. And that's another thing. Why can't we as adults, why can't we sit down and have conversation, whether it be on YouTube or whether it be in real life? Why do we got to go back and forth and yell and scream and this and that? Why can't we have a conversation where you talk and then I talk? You talk and then I talk. Why do people say that they have a beef or they have a problem, but they have an opportunity and an open invite at any time to sit down and have a mature conversation, but they don't want to have that? That makes no sense to me.
It
To me,
really
that's
don't.
not
That's showing
beefing.
that you're not grown. It's showing that you're
Right.
not mature enough to even sit down and have an adult conversation. All these people on here say that they're grown and adults,
Right.
and they be some childish ass fools, be some kids.
And
And
sometimes having a mature conversation is not even about we're going to make up.
no,
It may mean we never ever going to speak again, but let's just go ahead and sit down and let me express how I'm feeling, and don't yell and scream over me, because that's nothing but a deflection. When people do that yelling over you, it's because they don't want people to hear the truth. They don't want people to hear what you really have to say. So they want to scream, yell, you know what I'm saying? Lie, do all that crazy stuff. It makes no sense to me.
yeah,
So, are you okay with the questions? Because, like I said, I don't want this to be extremely long. When people come back, I want them to be able to, play
that's
it.
replaying.
I
You know,
need me a Ron P in my life. You know how Ron P be writing all the little highlights,
right?
the top
All
stuff,
highlights here. Yeah, he is a good like
baby.
editor like type of stuff for sure.
If anybody can do that, you are hired on the fucking spot. Okay, you will be in blue, because I hate when somebody got a 7 or 4 hour live, and then somebody tell you that, oh yeah, on this live. Where? I'm not going through all that shit to find that little part. So when he go and get a little timestamp, I'm here for it. So now, one of the questions that that I was asked to ask you, and I didn't even know this was a thing, but they asked, where is the dog? So do you still have the dog?
Yes, I still have Bonnie.
Okay. And what
And
I said was, maybe he just doesn't want to put Bonnie on camera anymore.
no, because like ever since I did that, like when she had a cold and all of that stuff. See, this is the thing, and I barely want to come on live right now and showing my face because the new fad is it's very popular to just be off screen and not show your life, and you get clicks and views, you get hundreds and people in your chat, which I don't. I'm fortunate if I can get over 100 people in my chat, unless you talking about somebody and talking about they do certain
Right.
I'm great in. But when you're doing just regular stuff and people want to be so much into, I'm tired of that. So I decided enough is enough. People gonna support me. My real supporters and my real bartenders support me no matter what. And so if like I'm just done with giving too much. You know what I'm saying? When I put Bonnie on
Right.
here when she had a cold and all that stuff, and then walking her on the sidewalk, then people got so much to say. Well, you shouldn't be having your dog pissing this and that, and you should do this and do that. Motherfuckers acting like they want to tell me and run my life. So I'm sick and done of that. So a lot of these bitches, they ruined it. So no, I'm not showing my life. I'm not showing what the fuck I do. You will not see Bonnie and none of that until I'm ready to show her and when she gets bigger or none of that shit, because none of y'all other motherfuckers is not asking nobody else or nothing else. It's always Rico, 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 Rico. Pick on Rico. Let's keep what Rico doing. What Rico doing? This I'm no. I'm tired of that. So for now on, no, you bitches will see me in the black avatar in the screen just like everybody else, and you won't know nothing about my life besides what I come on here and tell you.
Right. And one thing I give you credit for, I've noticed that lately
Tired of
you're
it.
mainly on your own channel, which is where you should be. Get your own clicks and your own views. Because you have people that will, oh, come hit the link and do all this stuff, and then they make money off of
And
your
shit off of
situation.
me. And I've
Right.
been dealing with that. And I lost my monetization for I just got my shit back this year on all three of
Me
my pages.
too.
Thank God. But it was a year and a half, about 2 years. I say a year and 10 months that my all my three channels was demonetized. And I wasn't making no money. All these bitches made fame and made channels and made clicks and views. What coming off of me and my name, RICO, hashtag
Right.
Rico reports, hashtag the motherfucking bartenders, all that shit. So it's just like I'm tired of that. And at the point of what it is, I just want to do music, and motherfuckers gonna fuck with me either on that or don't fuck with me at all. So if that means I gotta lose reviews and lose a couple of supporters, I want to do what the fuck I want to do, which is my shoe talent.
Right. And I always tell people, I don't care how many subscribers that I have. All I really want is a handful of people who are solid. And that's it. All
If
that
I
other
only got my 20 or my 10 solid people, that's who I know that's
right,
motherfucking loyal and supportive to me. And I know who they
right.
are.
Now, I said that I've met a lot of people, and I can count on one hand who I have no regrets on meeting. Like I said, you were one of those people. So, out of all of the people that you have met here on YouTube, is there anybody that you're happy that you actually met in real life? And if you don't mind sharing who those people are that you met through YouTube.
All of them, every single last one of them, to be honest with you. Except for like, but it's not even because you meet people for a reason. You know, with the whole Raymond Davis situation and shit. I mean, it is what it is. I can't say I regret it or nothing like that. I mean, it is what it is. We all just have to learn and just go through shit, just in general. But everybody that I met on here has been cool, down to earth, and I give the same thing. And I actually today I just bumped into. Shh.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah,
just randomly in the streets?
yeah. We didn't get to talk
Wow.
or nothing like that. Really connect because I was just going to the damn store. So
People act like you don't really bump into people on YouTube, and you do.
yeah, and I bumped into her and stuff like that, and she was like whoopty woo, and it was very quick, and I didn't even know. I was surprised, but yeah. So shout out to Trish and stuff like that. So hopefully I can connect with her. Hopefully again, and really chill with her and stuff like that. But it was just a quick ass bump, like as soon as I come, like.
Right. So that's good. You don't have any hard feelings towards, anybody that you've previously met. So that's good. So now we were supposed to talk last week, but then life happened and I had to postpone it. I
Yeah, so
honestly,
that's my question. Like for real, are you okay? Because that's the main thing. Because I know
yeah,
that you're dealing with life, and we all deal with life. And I know that I don't even feel like coming on here on live. Sometimes, like I'm just coming on here now, but shit. Sometimes I don't feel like getting up on this bitch or just doing it
right.
because
Well,
life.
what I started doing is kind of giving myself a schedule and pulling back. Like, so, I'll do Wednesday and then Friday night, and then I might do a random night during the week. But as far as me, I'm not doing anything more than 3 times a week here on YouTube because you have to have a personal life. You also have to log off and decompress. And then I do try to support other people. Lately I do a lot of watching and not even dropping down because I just don't have time to be arguing with trolls and all that crazy stuff. It's a distraction to the content creator in the chat. So I try not to really do that too much, but I am doing a lot better. And that's why some people don't get mad about the way I'm fighting. But it's like when I'm minding my business and I'm dealing with my own personal battles, these people don't care. They just keep on poke, poke, poke,
Poking,
poke,
poking,
poke.
and poking, and poking, and poking until
Right,
your react. Then when
right.
you react, then it's a problem that acting like you the motherfucking problem or the villain or something.
Right. So
No,
it's like, so when I respond, get
quit
this work. Get
fucking.
this work the same way I got this work. You know what I'm saying?
And either
Um,
it's gonna be either on here or in reality. And I keep trying to
right,
tell people that, but see, people want to try to take people as a joke.
right. So, and I wasn't even going to bring up his name because, like I said previously, Wiley, and I have no problem admitting if something a person did disappointed me or hurt me or whatever. And when Wiley did the shit that he did to me, that shit literally, really, truly hurt me for real, for real. Now, whatever he says now, it just rolls right over because I view him in a different way. But because we talked behind the scenes and we had conversations and all that other kind of stuff, I really had something in my heart for him. So when he did me dirty, for no reason. It's not like I did anything to him. So I don't really like to talk about people who I've just eliminated them from my thoughts, my brain, whatever. So I see this interview that he did with Storm Monroe. Yes.
Storm Monroe,
Did
yeah.
did you see it?
Yeah, I was there. I actually was there in the bushes and shit like that. And I actually went up to try to troll him a little bit. Um, I don't have that much beef for him, cause I mean we did have our beef and stuff, but like he was like one of the motherfuckers that did call me behind the scenes when when motherfuckers was talking bad about me on here about my living situation here in New York, and
Right,
he did offer me a place, which it was a great thought, but I want to do this on my own and stuff like that. So like he still care like on some real shit as a
hmm,
real friend, no matter what our YouTube shit is on here. He know that I will call his bitch ass out. I would cuss him the fuck out, but he would still want me to do good. And like he told me, switch your platform up, talk about celebrities, do reviews, do music reviews. You love music, do that, do this and that. So he give me topics and I'm learning now, just like now. So I would rather lose some audience, lose views or whatever, and just gain a whole new audience and
right.
stop with fuckery. So that's one thing. Even though Riley is a liar, Wiley is a lot of things, but like that nigga is smart in some type of ways and very like marketable. So I take his advice.
Yeah, I was listening to the interview, and honestly, I can't lie. I have to give him credit the way he answered, the way he's taking it serious. A lot of people take this YouTube as a joke, and they don't see the bigger picture. And I think he's
Right. They
looking
take it
at
as a joke, like just trolling and shit. Like you're not gonna build your motherfucking page off of that. Just a quick fame with hot popcorn. Just like artists and
right,
music. Hot popcorn. Boop.
right,
One day
and
here.
maybe because I don't listen to him like that, I didn't know or had never heard all the stuff that he said regarding you. And what I was telling people too is you have a person like Storm Monroe that has over 200,000 views, and he knows who
But
the
what
fuck
I didn't see all of it, but I did. Um, but I didn't see exactly what he said about me because I was trying to reball that back. But I don't know what exactly. I don't think
Yeah,
he said nothing hard
let's
about
go ahead and watch it. Let's watch it real quick. It's about like 4 minutes, but
me. Yeah, I want
I
to see
was
what he
not saying that Rico can't have somebody that knows him with 1 million followers, but I was like, well, damn, this nigga got over 200,000 and he know all types of stuff about Rico. But people will try to put down the beef sector when people with big numbers know the beef sector. Lovely T,
know
Tasha,
who we are. That's
yes,
what.
T.S. Madison. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, don't
Yeah,
ever let anybody make you feel bad on here.
because
I
they
don't care if
know
you
who I am.
they
Tasha
know.
K, you know who the fuck I am too.
Right. Let me see if I can get this up here. Here we go.
You tell me if you still have an issue with them, and if it is, how we can resolve it if we can.
Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna say a person's name. You tell me if you still have an issue with them, and if it is, how we can resolve it if we can.
Okay.
Right. So first person up, Rico. What happened with you and Rico?
Well, me and Rico, he was a supporter of the show. He would call into the show every episode. And so he decided he lived in DC, and they said, okay, you know what, I want to meet you in DC. So I took him up on his offer. And he didn't have a car, so he just met me at the airport, and me and him, we had sex. And
Now, how was it? How was the sex?
it wasn't great. I wasn't into Rico because Rico was skinny. I like kind of like fluffy guy. I just wasn't into Rico. And so he brought a content creator into the house, and I was more so attracted to him, even though he was a chunky guy, but he was really, really good intellectual. We were talking about books, we were talking about politics. So I was really, really falling for the other guy. So long story short, me and other guys started to get intimate, and Rico was in the living room with his man eating out his booty and stuff. And so me and other guy was going.
So Rico was eating the booty, or Rico was getting his booty ate.
He was getting his booty ate by this 50-some-year-old man. And so I went in the room and I started getting in there with this other content creator, and we started getting intimate and stuff. So he busted the door, said, "I paid for this peen. I paid for this Airbnb. I did all this." And so we had our whole, fallout over that. And Rico feels that I used him to get an Airbnb and all that, and I didn't, because he offered the Airbnb. He offered to pay for the Airbnb. I paid for my flight, and I was going to cancel because I'm like, I really don't have money like that. But he said, "No, come on anyway. I have this Airbnb." And so that's what happened. So I just think that he really was falling for me, and I really wasn't interested in me. And the only thing I regret about this situation was not being honest with him and said, "Listen, bro, I'm really not feeling you like that."
Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. You saw, and sometimes you got to see a person in person to really know, because you're around them, like somebody on the outside. Initially, you may not feel them, but then the energy starts to build. But he wasn't your type.
And then when I laughed at a joke that he made, he threw a drink in my face. He have anger. He have a sweet side, but then he have that anger, the angry side. I was like, I can't deal with it. I never had a drink thrown in my face out of all the years I've been living. And then boom, that drink was, my eyes was burning and everything like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just not gonna work.
It's just not gonna work. And then my funny, and then like in my head is going places like, was he even gonna be able to handle you? Because he's a small guy. You weigh a lot more than him. So was he gonna be able to handle you topping him?
No, that's not. I don't know, because when I topped him, he was able to take it, but I wasn't really into it like that. And I felt it was another kind of.
So you weren't fully hard. You weren't fully hard.
Yeah, I wasn't fully hard. Like I wasn't feeling him like that. And then another content creator was there named VS. She said, "Go up there and have sex with him," and it was like I was forced to like do something with him, and I just could not do it. First of all, the place was hot. I was ready to go because there was no air conditioner where he was at.
No.
We was in the restroom, just sweat. I was just sweating bullets, and I was like, I can't do it. And so I left, and then it just didn't work. And so then he decided to drag me on the internet and all of that, and then it turned into the DC gate, and so that just became so infamous in the B sector.
So wait a minute, but I remember somebody saying they put a finger in your booty. So who had the finger in it?
Okay, the guy that Rico bought, the 50-some-year-old man, he put the finger in the butt, because I took a shower and I had a towel around me because I'm getting prepared, to lay down and stuff. And then he put the finger in the butt because he thought that it was going to be this big orgy. It was going to be me, Rico, this other content creator. He thought it was going to be this big, and I wasn't attracted to him to do that. And I'm like, this ain't that type of party. I felt like that girl on what was that? Oh, The Players Good. This ain't that type of party.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like.
Hell no, I am okay. So I get it. Okay, I'll just say this: I will never forget Rico on live peeing in the no, it was like a soda can or a beer can.
Beer can. It was in a beer can.
And everybody on live was like, "No, Rico, don't do it, Rico, don't!" And he was just crying. The nigga was in his boxers on YouTube, crying in this empty apartment. Don't do
it, Rico. Yes. That happened.
Okay, so we're gonna move along from Rico and him pissing in the cup. So,
okay. So I feel like he was, he didn't get like crazy disrespectful with his response. I give him that.
Well, he was basically saying the same shit that we've been going over for like 3 years now. So it's just like, it is what it is. And like, we forgive each other. Because like, I told him, like, you should, bitch, let me tell you, he already saw my pictures and all that shit before he met up with me. He used me, like I been said, to get to that bitch VS, because I was in DC and she stayed in Virginia. So I was basically the middle motherfucking man, and I got used and I got played. And so it is what the fuck it is. I learned and I moved forward from it, because at the end of the day, I got my own platform for it.
Right, exactly. And at the end of the day, you got people with over 200,000 subscribers that know you and know what the hell you doing in your spare time on YouTube.
I know, like, and that's like the famous thing they always talking about is Rico peeing in a beer can, and that's not something I'm proud of because at that I can laugh about it a little bit, but at that time, at that very moment, I was really going through something. I was really going through emotional breakdown. I lost my auntie, and I just came back on live to deal with this whole thing of what you call YouTube and abuse.
Right, with grief and stuff.
So it was a it's very, very hurtful still, but I learned to deal with it and just move on. But at that
Right.
time, it wasn't really a laughing matter because I was really, really, really hurt.
Going through. Yeah, and that's the thing, and why I think I'm really challenging people to like cam up if you're going to be on here talking your shit, because we're not avatars. We're real people that deal with real stuff.
I had
And there's
real
real
friends.
consequences behind a lot of the things that people do to you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if people get comfortable and feel like, oh, that's just an avatar. I can do this or I can say that. That's just not the situation. But if it was me, I would have went ahead and got me some goddamn beer cans, and I would have made them motherfuckers for people who are traveling and they need to piss. I would coin that shit, and you could still do it and patent it. Put your name in it or whatever, and go ahead and get you a coin. Every single name they called me, I try to find me a way to make a coin off of it. Because if they're gonna sit there and laugh at you, get paid for your pain or whatever it is. Turn
Right,
that
pay
shit
me for
into
my
a
name, pay me for my shit, pay me for my order that.
right,
But see, one thing I wish that I was like that type of motherfucker to do it and to get the shit online and do all that shit because it still take money to do all of that stuff. So I don't have much. Only thing I can do is just I don't know, but
well, if you ever decide to do some type of like, merchandise or something that you can do or afford
but
to
I
do, I have
tried
no
to do the
problem with.
Teesprings thing. I still got my Teesprings, but that costs more money. You paying $30 just for a real $7, $5 T-shirt. No, I want something that's gonna be not paying a high price for a no name. I want my shit
Right,
so I can. That's why I'm here in New York. Shit, get that shit in some stores, get it already printed out, and just sell it from the house.
right, flip it, right,
You know. If I was to do that and some marketing, you know.
at the end of the day, you can do anything that you put your mind to. I believe that you can, because you're a hard worker, you're not lazy. You know what I'm saying? When people say that, I've seen you at work busting your ass and traveling all the way from Suitland to Virginia and all that other kind of stuff. So
And
now
even
that
before
you're settled,
YouTube, I was busting my ass back in Detroit, born and raised, working in factories. These motherfuckers didn't see me working in the motherfucking factories, hard pressing, scrapping and picking up hot shit, or hoteling, house cleaning,
right,
but none of that other shit. I never really had fast food restaurants. I only did one, and that was Popeye's Chicken. First fast food, last one. Everything else, I was working in restaurants or even in a hospital. But these motherfuckers don't know nothing about my life besides what I come on here and tell y'all.
right,
They just say they know everything about Rico life from when he was a kid, from my family and all this and that, and don't even know nothing besides bits and pieces. And that's why I do want to write a book and stuff like that because it's a lot more that I want to express. But I feel like I give too much here on YouTube, and I have gave too much, and that's why my family that watches, my mom and grandmother,
right,
shut it down, shut it down.
right.
You give and a lot
We've
of people
we've all overshared. I've done it
I've
too.
overshared
I've
too.
overshared on here. I've overshared privately behind the scenes. And at the end of the day, what I've learned, and a lot of this, it took me all the way into 2022 to realize that these people will lie on you or even sell you out for a click and a view. It doesn't matter how good you are to them. It doesn't matter what you do to them. They see you as a way to earn profit by flipping on you or doing whatever. So I just realized that these people, it don't matter how good you are to them, you know? So you can't really overshare, because what is not a joke, they will turn it into a joke. Because see, when I turn stuff, this real life, this really truly not funny, and when I turn it into something, everybody gets upset about it. But it's done to me year round, month after month, week after week, and day after day. So all I'm saying is just be fair with it. Don't let it be okay for some people, but not okay for me. Now, do you plan on at some point going back out to work, or would you rather just be your own entrepreneur and focus on social media and things like that, like branding yourself?
No, like most definitely still back in the workforce and things like that. I won't indulge too much on here.
Right.
I just like people just make up their own perceptions, which is good and perfectly fine for me. Cause like my grandma said, you give too much, have a mystery. Have motherfuckers say that you're not working. Let motherfuckers say that you this, that, and the third. It ain't none of their business if you do or not. Cause what point? Even if you do work, they still gonna drag you for it about where you working at and this and that third. So it don't matter. It's no win. Let the motherfucker think what they think. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing.
That part.
So, and that's, I'm gonna leave it at that. And hopefully people read between the lines. But it's nobody business if I work or if I don't. Y'all won't see it no more.
Let me go ahead and let me go ahead and play this right now. Now, somebody earlier in the chat said that I was asleep. I'm not asleep. I'm high as fuck. So that's why my eyes is like this. They gone. Okay. But just what Rico said, I got a little clip for that.
Glory, rise, and grind for all the hustlers and entrepreneurs. I want y'all to keep something in mind. Your colleagues think they got you figured out. They think you became predictable. You got to switch something up on them. You know what I'm talking about? Switch something up on them. We ain't never been predictable. We going to the top. We going to the top.
And sometimes that's what you got to do. Switch
Let
up.
them think you predictable. Switch it up.
Right. Sometimes people think that everything I'm going to do or say that I'm going to come live and say it or do it. Sometimes you got to just do what you got to do. Ain't no sister coming on here telling people what you want to do. Do it. Do it.
Yeah. So I'd rather people let them think, if that's their perception, that's what they think and all this stuff. People going to feel the way that they feel about you regardless. You can't make up
exactly. And that's what I learned too. It doesn't matter what the truth is. It doesn't matter how many receipts you have. It doesn't matter how many people back you and say that's what happened. Their minds are made up and they don't like you. They can't stand you, whether you've done something to them or not. And that's it. So, but those who really rock with you, they're going to fuck with you regardless. And all you have to do is really focus on them and make sure that whatever you're doing it for them, those who really care about you. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. When I come on here, I come on here for those that show up and show me love. I'm not worried about 1,000 in the chat and all this other crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, 1,000 people, what that mean if they not for you? Because if somebody else come through and drag you, that's what they're gonna be sitting right in the front row laughing. The same way they in my chat laughing if I'm dragging somebody, because this is just entertainment to them. And I don't blame them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is better than motherfucking BET and VH1. You got all kind of storylines going on. You got all kind of crazy shit going on and crazy people. So it's like, why pay for cable when you can tune into this fucking bullshit?
Yeah, you know? But I'm getting sick of the merry-go-round, because I'm not a kid. Like I keep trying to tell people, yes, I may be still young in age, but I ain't that young because I'm still a grown as adult. Okay, I'll be 33 next year in February, so I'm not a little kid, but I'm still growing and still kind of fairly young because I ain't in my 40s yet. So when I get in my 40s and 50s and shit, then really it's checking into 40. 30
Right.
shit, I'm still figuring shit. You still figuring shit out too, you know.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just people are like, okay, well, you should have this and do that. Everything is not that way for every motherfucking body. You know, you
And they
can't.
got different rules for different people because they have other people who are old enough to be your mother, and they're out here and they're making crazy decisions and they're doing things and being irresponsible, but nobody's calling them out. They're just throwing money at the person. You know what I mean? They're selective about what's right and what's wrong. You can have one person out here telling you that they sober, but they high as a motherfucking kite. But that
Right.
person will get
Shit, I
support.
ain't gonna lie and say I'm a sober ass bitch. And, oh, I've been cleaning for 17 days and this and that and the third. And then stop fronting. And then they older than what the fuck 10 years, 12 years older than what the fuck I am. I'm only 32. Like he claiming to be 32, but y'all bringing up a motherfucker that's in their 40s almost to be 50 and still. Stop playing with the motherfucking
Exactly.
shit up out of here. That's why I
It's so
said
it's
fake
so
ass shit.
selective, and it's like when it
Fake
comes to
ass shit.
you or even me, we doing a little fucking weed, we doing a little drink here there. We not shooting up heroin. We not doing meth.
Exactly.
We
This
ain't
shit
doing
ain't hurt
crack
nobody.
stuff.
This shit legal right at the motherfucking store down
Right.
where I live at. Okay,
But they get selective about it. It's like get the fuck out of here. And then they
and my
come
weed
through.
legal here, bitch, in New York. Legal, everything legal. Weed and
Right.
beer.
Child, these people are so selective, and I don't pay that shit no fucking
Right,
attention.
that's why I said don't let me get started. And I'm drinking to it. I said,
And guess what? No matter what I do, I'ma still come on here and do it because I'm grown. I don't have to hide. I don't have to put the avatar on and drink. I don't have to put the avatar on and smoke. I don't have to do that for what? For what? But y'all got people on here doing drug transactions live. But y'all, oh, poor so and so. But then y'all dog somebody else out that's just trying to make it day by day. Hey, Linda G, I haven't seen you in a minute. Chicken Wing Soul Sister, Lori. I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm telling you, with the lights, my eyes is already. So it's like looking at the chat. So I'm just kind of, having a conversation. And it's like, even with this on these Wednesdays, all I want to do is just have a conversation. I don't want it to be too heavy. I don't want anybody to leave feeling drained or feeling like, oh my God, I was ambushed. I was disrespected. You know what I'm saying? So a little regular conversation, and then, maybe a little something is there, and we bring it back around. So I do have other people that I will be talking to that I want to bring over on Wednesdays, and it's just going to be grown conversation like that. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't know if, and let me say this too, somebody in the chat had asked me, what did Wiley do to me? Wiley, he just got really shady, messy towards me, and then he turned around and he said that I raped my children, I beat my children up, my kids were in CPS and all that other kind of stuff. My kids are grown, and of course nothing like that ever happened. But for him to make up those type of lies and say that type of stuff about me when I was never anything but nice to him. So, but anyway, moving forward. Now, I know that Wiley and Tasha K, she wanted him to sign a contract, and he declined to take the contract because what she was trying to do, which is actually not a bad concept. Maybe she's not the right person. Maybe she is the right person. I don't know. But she wanted to have a bunch of YouTubers, and basically she would be their manager, and then she would be taking like 10% from whatever revenue, whatever you're earning on YouTube, and then you would be under her, basically her management. I think like Kibi Studios or whatever. So I guess he was considering doing it, and then he changed his mind because they were doing stuff like calling him, telling him to change the title, or you can't put this person's name in the title. And he felt like he didn't want to be controlled by anybody. So I think that was a good decision.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that, Rico? Like, would you ever consider like signing under somebody's management, or like allowing somebody else to brand you?
Yeah, with stipulations. I don't mind like being under somebody else's brand or something like that to build minds. Because we all need a lending hand, but still, it's also even like in the music industry, because I love music. Again, we're gonna revert back to music, same
Right.
situation. In the music industry, you have the major labels. You have Def Jam, you have Atlantic, you have Motown, you have all these major labels. But what are the major labels doing for you? They're gonna give you the upfront profit. They're gonna give you all this and that and third, but everything is still coming out of your budget and stuff like that. And then they want to control you when your album is coming out, when what release dates and stuff like that. And it's a
Right.
lot of hold up because you're getting managed by other people. So it's best to be independent at times. Yeah, it may
Right.
take a little shorter, a little more stuff out of your money, but you
Right.
getting all you recouping all of your benefit. So the whole thing is not letting nobody control you or dictate what the heck what you should put in your title, how you should run your channel, this and the third, or to be biased. The whole thing is not
Right.
being unbiased. So yes, I would rather be independent than be on a major label, but it still don't hurt to have major label backup behind you.
Right. Backing you, because they have resources and connections with people that could, get you possible, certain interviews and stuff like that. But then how that works is whoever they're cool with, when you go to interview that person, they want you to sway the interview to make that person look good. So it's still a catch to all of it. But I do give her credit for trying to create something.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
with
I
some
think that,
opportunity because I'm not gonna say that she didn't help him. You know what
right,
she did. A lot of people help Wiley and stuff like that. He has grown. I'm not gonna hate on
right,
the nigga neither. Wiley is shady as fuck, but
right,
at the end of the deal, he's still smart. People look at him like, oh, he ugly in his eye, he disabled, and it's the same shit people cap on for our weaknesses, but we are still strong in other areas too. So
yeah.
he's still smart in the business move. I always liked him about that.
Yeah, like I said, I was impressed the way he responded back to the questions. If I didn't know better, I would think that he had a PR team behind him telling him what to say with the answers. A lot of people were making, saying things about his weight gain and da 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 da. Now,
He still looked
nothing.
good to me, but he did get big because, baby, like I told him, when you talking about he wasn't my type, talk about I wasn't his type and nothing like that, Wiley.
Right.
That's all I gotta say. Compared to now, how you looking now compared to then when I met you?
You know what I got to thinking? That maybe he's on his mental health medication, because a lot of that mental health medication makes you gain a lot of weight. And because he seems so poised and together and not erratic, I thought to myself, well, maybe he's taking his medication, what, a med check, maybe he's taking that medication, and that could be what the weight gain came in. But I do give him credit, the way he answered the questions, the way he explained it in a way where he wasn't dogging her out. So it's like if he would have just dogged her out and talked nasty about her, some other people might say, well, hey, I don't want to work with him. But the way that he stepped away from the situation, I think would lead others to say that, hey, I could possibly do something with him. He briefly did talk about the show, the show, and he was saying that basically he was telling people to check it out and saying that he's also interested in doing other reality TV shows or whatever. Now, I haven't watched any clips of the show. I will not be watching any clips of the show, but from what I've heard, everybody said that he is the star of the show, that he stood out, he went there with a purpose, and he delivered. So I think Rico's having a bathroom break. So at the end of the day, on some level, he's focused. He's focused. At some point, he's focused. And I can't even hate on it. I wish he hadn't lied on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do enough fucked up shit for people to talk about. You don't have to make up no stories. I do enough shit to talk about. You damn sure. Hold up. Where the Wishman face at? You don't have to make up absolutely Nathan for no reason. You don't got to put nothing extra on me. And at the end of the day, people don't understand. Even when people lie on you, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no problem. Even when people lie on you, those who fuck with you, they still gonna show up. So it don't matter. It no matter which one of us get doxxed or how embarrassing whatever happens. Like even with Dovey will get put out. She'll still come on here on YouTube. Ain't nobody leaving. We all still
fuck all that shit. Even though I might feel ashamed or get roasted or clowned on about some shit, bitch, I ain't hiding or running from nowhere. I'm still gonna be on this bitch.
Right. And I think that's the bigger picture people need to look at. Nobody's gonna leave, no matter how bad it gets, no matter who gangs up and attacks who, nobody's leaving. We're all gonna stay here.
But I'm switching my content up. That's the thing,
Rico, and I've noticed it. I've noticed the change in your content. I'm really proud of you.
Even if I get 20, 30 views or whatever, I rather have like my true, and especially like for uploads and stuff like that. Cause I want to get back to the original YouTube, before there was live stream. It was uploads. So whether that's like me talking about reviewing a show or reviewing a music, just like a lot of people that I'm subscribed to that's over like 100K, they don't go live as much, they do uploads. So I've been trying to do that for like a year and a half now. I did it in 2020, which was my like phase of doing it, start of doing it. Then I got pulled back down here into the gutter to the beef.
And you know what this is? I was telling somebody yesterday.
I got dragged back into it.
This area down here, it's a never-ending circle. If you respond to one person, you end up, and then they say something, and you just go back and back and back, and you get stuck in this little cycle, this never-ending cycle. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm going to come on here and I'm going to talk about other things. And if I throw a little shade here and there, so be it. My highest viewed videos are all uploads. None of them have anything to do with me being live on camera.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you now,
so
the shorts. I saw something and I actually screenshot it on my other phone. And you can apply for something with YouTube in order to earn money off of making shorts. Now, I don't know what the requirements are. I don't know if you have to have a certain amount of subscribers or what, but I'm going to do my investigation. I'm going to look into it. And another thing that I would tell you is the music that you've made, the ones that doesn't have any copyrights to it, I would compile all the
I'm trying to do good, but I always get copyright claims in most of my shit. So that's why I don't get paid for it, like a lot of my shit. You know? And that's okay too, because I like doing it just for the sport of it, and that's because I'm in passion with music. So
well, I was in here trying to mash up Snatch the other day because I'm tired of getting a copyright claim, and no matter how I mashed it up and twisted it up, that thing still came back blocked and copyright. But the ones that you have that don't have any copyrights on them, download them, even if it's 5 of them, download them, and then compress them all together on one video, and then put copyright free music for vlogs, blah blah blah. Those type of videos, they be sitting on 100,000 views. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it may take a while, but content creators like ourselves, when we want to put music in the background, they want some decent music. Everybody don't want ding 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 boom boom boom. No one want to hear that shit. So I would suggest that for you. So now let me ask you this. Out of all the people that you may have met or maybe not even met, so it could be for people you've seen, people you haven't seen. Is there anybody that you have a beef with that you would actually like to sit down and have a conversation with, just to resolve things, or even if you still don't talk to each other, but just to have a mature conversation? Is there anybody that you would like to do that with?
The people that I currently don't like on here, it's fuck them to period, to death. And I'm sorry to say that, but it is what it is. It would be no conversation or any of that, because see, only person I would say not, I wouldn't even want to have no conversation, because it's been too much with James Cobweb, the cobweb old bitch that always want to clean it up. It would be no conversation with him neither, because he went too far. And see, I'm a man, and it is what it is, bitch. I will have to see you, and it is what it will be what it is. So there will be no conversation. Other than that, Tree Dog, I'm not worried about her. A motherfucker that's in the black screen avatar, bitch. I don't know you. You still on my nuts and my balls. So that's nothing. That's like invisible. And I don't have no other beef with nobody. Bay said like the same thing. There will be no conversation. So pretty much anybody that I don't like on here, fuck them.
Well, Rico said it's
And that just is what it is. I'm not trying to be political, and I'm sorry that what it is what it is, and that's just how I'm feeling.
right. Rico said it's to the dirt. And what I have learned, and this is just me, um, if I have a beef with somebody, it's best that we just keep it where it's at. Because anybody that I try to sort of get back with, or try to so-called let bygones be bygones, one thing about these people, they do not forgive and they do not forget. And as soon as they get an opportunity, they're going to do the same shit that they already previously did, on why the hell you stop talking to them. Now, we have been on here for over an hour, and y'all know I have already been running these streets today. And I got to give me some rest, because I got to check those court documentations in the morning. Okay. So I do thank you, Rico, for being my guest today. I want to give you the floor to say anything that you want to say, closing out. If you want to say anything to anybody, or if you just want to, whatever, the floor is yours.
I want to say thank you so much again, S. Hutchison, for allowing me to come on the platform to share your time with me. And I hope that you get better and stuff with your health and stuff, because that's been concerning. I know we don't talk as much or nothing offline or nothing like that. So I did give you my number to keep my number. Just say, because it's always been the same number. I'm gonna try to keep it as that. Um, Other than that, just do what you do. I know some things what you doing out here in the YouTube streets. That ain't my business. That ain't my concern. I'm just minding the business that pay me. I watch shit just like everybody else, and I'm
Right.
really just trying to stay in my own lane, if that makes sense. I love
Right.
music, music. And if them hoes don't like me or don't support me, none that say Rico love music, and that's what you go get.
Right.
So other than that, thank you so
Hold
much
on a
for allowing me to come on.
second. Okay, hold on one second. This person says, I have a question for you guys, or even the chat. What happened to JC? Because Treasure Lane channel, all videos were deleted except for 6 videos in his community board. has been deleted. Does anyone know why? Actually, I didn't even know that that was going on, but I'm going to tell you something really weird that happened today. I made 2 community posts on YouTube, and both of the community posts disappeared immediately. Like it literally was posted, and you know when you can click the view, I did that where I could have shared it out or whatever, and it was just gone. So I don't know if it's something he did or if it's something with YouTube. He may have hid his videos to maybe edit some stuff out, because you know when people start flagging and stuff, a lot of times us content creators will hide our videos and then maybe cut out certain things that we put in there or something like that. So that could be it. I'm not for sure. I hope all is well with that. So I'm not for sure. And I didn't mean to cut you off, Rico, but yeah. So I do thank you for coming here, and you know that if you ever, even if you have to come back to Maryland, DC, or whatever for something, if you're ever in this situation, you can always call me. I don't care what time it is. I don't care if it's 4:00 in the morning. I will get out my bed and come pick you up to make sure that you're okay. Like, you've always been sweet and loving to me, and I'm always going to be that way with you. Nothing changes.
And I appreciate you. Love to meet you again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I come back down in DC, because I still got to come down back to DC because I got my friend there, Brandon, that still stay down there. And so I would still be back down there, and I would love to hook up and meet you again.
Right. We can have some drinks and smoke and have a good time.
What? See, I ain't even got my damn blunt right, my joint right now.
Right.
What? See, but I already smoked before I came on live. So
I wish more people would keep it. I wish more people would keep it with me the way Rico has kept it with me. Just kept it solid. And whenever I see him, it's going to be love. Whenever I see him on the YouTube streets or here on my channel or his channel, it's always going to be love. And like I said, anytime that you need me, anything you need from me, if I can do it, I will do it. You know what I mean? And I think that there's so many more things that you can do, and I think you will do them in due time. Okay? So to the chat, I wasn't ignoring you guys at all. I apologize if I wasn't too much in the chat or anything like that. But baby, it's been a long day, and your girl has been. I started so early, and I'm actually about to eat my Jamaican food in just a little bit.
I got me some fried fish and some fried shrimp that I got from the seafood market. So I'm about to chow down on this.
Oh shit, that's what's up. Remind me of Cameron's. You know when you get the seafood platter from Cameron's and they give you the crab cake and the fish and the fried shrimp, the steamed shrimp.
And I got my fried shrimp too. I've been fucking up. I ate like 5 of them bitches already. So,
and let me tell you, as small as Rico is, Rico can fucking eat. Okay. I was with Rico, and Rico killed that food, and then was like,
I can't gain no weight.
Get some more food. I'm like,
I can't gain no weight at all. I can eat all this. So that's why people say, Rico eat. Are y'all hungry since that fat bitch?
When I was around Rico, he ate.
Bitch, I ain't fat.
The amount of food he ate is what most people eat for a goddamn week. Okay, Rico eats, like Rico gets down. Okay,
I just gain no weight.
Right. So again, to the chat, I thank you guys for being here. It's been such a long day. And Rico, again, I thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Like I said, anytime you want to get together, even if it's on YouTube or you want me to come to your channel and you want to do something, I will definitely repay you for this time here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close on out. Rico, I'm going to take you down. Love you so much, and enjoy that food.
So much.
And kiss Bonnie for us.
You enjoy the night. Bonnie for me. Yes, she in a room. But like I said, it's no need for, because like I'm not even coming on live no more like that. So it is what it is. Y'all see her when she get bigger and when she'll be able to bark, because she's still a puppy.
Right.
So I'm trying to wait to get bigger.
Rico said Bonnie is good. Okay, so y'all can go tell that Bonnie is good.
She
And
got her
again, for
own
the
channel.
winners,
Okay, she got
her own channel.
Yes, we're up. What 480 subscribers. We trying to get to 500. So since that's the name of the game and all that, and y'all want to talk about me, anything when it comes to me and Rico, bitch, we gonna create a brand for it. We gonna create a channel for it.
That part. Now, what I will do is, as soon as I end this live, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the links to all of his channels in the description, and I'm also going to put it in the comment section, and I'm going to pin post it so that you guys can go subscribe to his channel and support him and love on him, because he keeps it motherfucking 100. I have to give him that. Rico has been the same since the day that I fucking met him. He has not changed. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take you down, and I'm gonna play this music, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some of the comments up on the screen. Remember, I'll be back on Friday for my Patreon only live, and then I will be back on Wednesday. Now, if I check them court records in the morning and her grant was denied, I'm coming back. If I get up in the morning and I find the court documentation where she wrote begging for help and please don't put me out and give me an extension, I'm coming back so we can read it together. That's what we're going to do. And I don't give a fuck who get mad. Motherfucker, if this motherfucker say that 0 people is watching, I'm going to be here by myself with the same motherfucking energy. Okay? All right. Love you guys so much. I'm leaving out. We'll go ahead and play this music and pin these comments up on the screen.
In my head, see my you they cause confusion in my head, yeah. Me, I know the lie, you're my fantasy. You're my fantasy. Only you in my head, only you in my head. See my you they cause commotion in my head, me, I know the lie, you're my fantasy. Going on inside. Is this reality? Oh yeah, cause I don't wanna wake up from this dream. Them say something must kill a man. Oh, nah, nah, nah. But if I your body, girl, I don't mind. Oh yeah, cause not only you in my mind, oh yeah, yeah. See you to find me, I know the liar. See now only you in my head, oh yeah. Only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause confusion in my head, oh yeah. Me, I know the liar, but me, I know the liar. Only you in my head, only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause commotion in my head, oh yeah. Me, I know the liar, my fantasy. See now only you in my head, only you in my head, oh. See you they cause confusion in my head, oh. Me, I know the lie, I know the lie. Only you in my head, oh. Yeah. Only you in my head, oh. See you they cause commotion in my head, oh. Me, I know the lie of my fantasy.